commentaries, with the gameplays. You know who it is. Trust me, I'm a doctor!
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Matt, aka Faulty Doctor, and today I'm bringing you a team deathmatch on Crisis with the G11, and many of you have been asking me not to use the Galil because that is my favourite weapon in the game, and I realised how many gameplays I'd actually been posting with it. So I've got a ton of gameplays now on my hard drive with guns other than the Galil, things like the AK-47, the G11 like I'm using here. Hopefully just to sort of change it up a little bit so you guys get to see what how I perform with other guns. Like this 3-burst weapon, one of the best weapons in the game. I don't know, do you prefer this or the M16? Because I think they're a pretty close call. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments section below. Now, I'm not going to talk about the gameplay, even though this gameplay is very good. I go 43-3 in a regular 6v6 team deathmatch. So, obviously the score is pretty exceptional, especially for me. But, that's not what I'm going to be talking about for the rest of the video. I am going to be talking about, and I know I'm speaking really quickly here because this is only 6 minutes of gameplay, I've got to cover what I want. I'm going to be talking about dreams. Now, I'm going to be talking about one dream in particular, kind of a funny one. A sort of, not a recurring nightmare exactly, but it's a pretty scary scenario. Basically, I recently saw one of my other subscribers do a video on getting raped by cowboys in one of his dreams. And it made me think, I have a similar experience when I go to sleep, and I thought I'd share that with you guys. So, to set the scene, this sort of recurring dream started to sort of come to my head when I was about 5, and I remember it from back then because this was a traumatizing experience, and I was way around that corner, I shouldn't have died there. But this was a sort of traumatizing experience, so I can even remember having this dream for the first time, and I woke up in a cold sweat, because basically, I've always, like, in England, I don't know if you have the same thing in America, we have things called Henry-Hoovers. Now this is a company that makes sort of industrial strength vacuum cleaners. They're giant red things with these sort of massive like black tubes on the front, obviously, like a vacuum cleaner normally has. But these Henry-Hoovers also have eyes, and a name as well, obviously. And I used to find these things pretty freaky, and we had one in our house because obviously when my parents bought this house that I'm living in now, it was a complete dump. The whole place was falling apart. And then they pretty much did a whole shit ton of DIY to get it working up and sort of into a decent condition again. And we had one of these massive Henry industrial strength hoovers to sort of clean up the house a bit every time my dad did a little bit of DIY. Now, as a kid, I didn't like these things. Vacuum cleaners make a fuck ton of noise, and this one had eyes as well. So when I went to sleep, I'm just going to start getting straight into the dream here. Basically, I was just walking around the street, and I used to watch a lot of Teletubbies back then, and I used to sort of walk around the Teletubbies world, and there was pretty much zero gravity in the dream. This isn't really important, but there was pretty much zero gravity, and I was basically jumping around, flying from hill to hill, just bouncing around, having a great time, and then all of a sudden, this massive Henry-Hoover just rolled over the horizon. Now, if you guys have ever seen a film where there's that epic moment where something huge, maybe an alien swarm or a UFO or something, just rises over the horizon, this is what this was. And all of a sudden, from going from zero gravity, I suddenly feel super heavy and I can't run anymore. And this giant Henry-Hoover is just following me, making all that loud noise that vacuum cleaners normally make. And its eyes have turned red. They're evil now. And this Hoover is just absolutely huge. It's scary. It's making a lot of noise. Blackbird is making a lot of noise, and yeah, it's just coming for me. And I can see this thing, and my 5-year-old self was trying to run away, and I was pretty much going on a full sprint. I was sweating, but I wasn't moving. And then all of a sudden, like the whole sort of Teletubbies dream world fell away, and it turned into some sort of backstreet ghetto. And I was running through the ghettos, like just trying to escape this giant red Hoover with eyes. And this was fucking freaky, guys. When you're 5, you don't spend time in ghettos, especially not in a sort of nightmarish world like this. And this Hoover just kept getting closer and closer, and eventually I got to the edge of the ghetto, and there was a downhill bit, and all of a sudden, all I could think about was just running as fast as I can, like I've been doing before. But all of a sudden I could do it. I could start sprinting down this hill, and because it was downhill, I was going faster. And just when I thought I could get away, the Hoover started sucking. Okay, Now it started slurping away, and I just got dragged straight back up the hill, and as soon as I was within its reach, the Henry-Hoover beat me with its long twisty black stick. No sort of innuendos there intended. This chopper gunner just goes to work on these guys though. I'll probably leave it in. But yeah, I just get sucked straight back up the hill. I'm just sliding all the way up, and then it just knocks me unconscious. No, it didn't actually. It didn't even knock me unconscious. It didn't even have the sort of... It wasn't even polite enough to make me go unconscious for this next bit. It just takes its massive long black tube and beats me over the head with it so I fall over, and just runs over me repeatedly, just over and over again, just driving back and forth over my little 5-year-old body. Now, if that isn't a scary experience enough, try having it come back every night for the next 3 months. This has been Matt, aka Faulty Doctor, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay because it was fucking amazing. I hope you enjoyed the story. Maybe it's not as freaky as some of your dreams, but please leave a comment on your sort of worst recurring nightmare that you've ever had, because this is something that's really been interesting me so far. And if anyone can tell me, like a dream psychologist or something, what this means about my mind, why I would imagine this kind of thing, then I'd be interested to know, because I've heard a lot of stories that serial killers have dreams about like beating up puppies or something, like just freaky shit like that. Here, connection interrupted, game didn't count. So lucky I recorded it with my PVR, because otherwise this game wouldn't have been in my file share. So everyone, buy a PVR, trust me, I'm a doctor.